the board, president of the board of trustees, Cook County, Illinois, today is February 22nd, 2022. This time I will ask the clerk to call the meeting to order, please.
Trustee Polk.
I'm here.
Trustee Hodges.
Here.
Trustee Garcia.
Here.
Trustee Greer.
Here.
Trustee Richardson.
Here.
Trustee Claybrook.
Here.
Full house.
We have a quorum present, we can lead with the, pledge allegiance to the flag.
I pledge
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, the board received the minutes, sure that you had a chance to review them over, so are there any corrections of the minutes of the meeting that was held on February 8, 2022? Are there any corrections made to the minutes? Okay, well, hearing none, then I will ask for a motion to approve the minutes as they are.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes.
There's a motion on the floor by trustee Cap to approve the minutes of February 8, 2022. Could we have a second, please?
Second.
Second by trustee Richardson, will clerk take the roll?
Trustee Cap.
Yes.
Trustee Hodges.
Yes.
Trustee Garcia.
Yes.
Trustee Greer.
Yes.
Trustee Richardson.
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook.
Yes. Okay, motion passed, minutes approved. And, trustee Hodges, for your, reason and information, the minutes been approved now, so, I mean, no adjustment can be made. So we, before we open the meeting to the public, if you have anything to state to the board, you would just, stand up and give us your name and your reason for addressing the board, and then we will entertain that. So at this time, I will ask for a motion to open the meeting to the public.
Motion open.
There's a motion on the floor by trustee Hodges. Can we have a second, please? Open the meeting to the public. Second by trustee Garcia. Will the clerk take the roll?
Trustee Cap.
Yes.
Trustee Hodges.
Yes.
Trustee Garcia.
Yes.
Trustee Greer.
Yes.
Trustee Richardson.
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook.
Okay, motion passed. Meeting is now open to the public. Are there any public comments?
I just had a question about the,
Can you state your name?
Steve Gregory,
Thank you.
sure. About the sewer in the back of my house on the Green Bay there between, is there a plan on cleaning that thing out this year, or
We did it last year.
Yeah.
did it get done last year? I
We
don't
did
know.
them all. We
Oh,
did
yeah?
them all.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that was taken care of.
Oh, okay, okay. What is that, you have to go in from, I just wanna understand it, you have to go in from the streets on the side and then go in?
And the cable's not long enough to make it all the way, so somewhere in the middle, they also have to go in.
Okay,
So they can't just clean it from one end of the block to the other.
Uh-huh.
They have to go somewhere closer.
Oh, okay.
So they
So-
might have went halfway down the alley or
okay.
quarter of the way down the alley.
So they did go on in the center of the block and
No, they,
go
well, they
over.
went from the corners and then.
Oh, but they didn't go all the way through though?
Yeah, they should have. But
Okay.
they might have went from both directions. But
Uh-huh. But so that's my question is, it can, does that, I thought it was not long enough to meet in the middle.
It's not long enough to go from one end to the other, but you.
But it can meet in the middle.
You have to
though.
go, no, yeah, you can.
Okay, all right.
Or they went like one house down.
Okay,
But your sewer slopes towards the church
oh, okay,
and mine slopes towards the church, so
Oh.
those two blocks slope.
okay, okay. And then one other thing I didn't understand. There's two types of, there's a storm sewer, right? And there's the sewer from the, the sink, the toilets and stuff, right? Aren't there two separate ones?
Yes,
And then, and the one that, the storm drain goes into the street?
yes.
Okay. I was just curious, okay.
But they do combine together.
I mean, the storm sewer on the east side of town, they are combination sewers.
No, they're separate by ours. The one on the street's separate because the one from your house goes to the alley. So they do tie together at the end of the block.
Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
At one time, they were totally separate, they're not anymore.
Oh,
but they-
oh, okay.
It's not like a combo, there's really two separate sewers, but they both tie in.
They tie in at the
On
end.
part of town where that exists.
Oh, okay.
Because the old part of town, the storm sewers used to drain directly into the river.
Oh.
over there by that wire mill.
Uh-huh, yeah.
There's a pump station on the hill.
Okay.
And the storm sewer used to go there, then they used to go into the river.
Oh, okay.
And then they made us stop doing that years ago.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
some of
that's-
that pipe and stuff is still there, the station's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually another question, is what's gonna happen to that wire mill? Is that gonna be torn down, or?
I mean, that is under review.
Uh-huh.
We'll get back, then we'll get back with the community.
Uh-huh.
Soon enough. So hopefully, we hope by April the first, we hope to have an answer to that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Andrew Johnson. I was wondering if you all, know whether the house that they're gonna, have all the updates, repair stuff, I think it's on, Green Bay, but whether, when that would be ready to look at, if you have any idea, you know, to have the, or you could go look at it now. I don't know.
No, it's not, I mean, it's not available right now for public inspection, you know, because there are some,
Stuff they,
there's some areas that it needs to be made, so that we would not want it to become a hazard, so, you know, to make sure that it's safe and stuff, so we would not open up to any inspection right now from the public. But once that is done and get a little bit further along, then we certainly will welcome that, so.
are you able to say what the address is, or you really don't want to say?
No, we can.
It's 14108 Green Bay.
That's my Steve's house, 2 doors down.
Okay, cause you know, I'll be in the area and I say I was just gonna look at that, you know, I won't go into y'all say it's okay to go in it, but I mean, you know, I was just gonna.
Then we wouldn't let you in anyway.
You're not coming in.
Alright, cause I guess you got locked up, didn't
You wanna live there? You wanna buy it, live
No,
there?
no, I wanna see what the new stuff looks like, that's what I wanna see, what the new stuff looks like.
Now, just for the record, since we talking about this house, you know, I expressed the other day to a resident that, the village of Burnham is not into the housing business. The village of Burnham has no interest in pursuing houses, you know, for our own, benefit. So, at some point, I mean, down the road, the village of Burnham probably would sell this house, but that may be 20 years from now. So, but right now, we have another purpose for it, and that's what we're gonna use it for, the energy efficiency. So we're gonna be pursuing that. Are there any other public comments? Well, then I'll ask for a motion to close the meeting to the public.
I make a motion to close the meeting to the public.
The motion on the floor by trustee Richardson to close the meeting to the public. Can we have a second, please?
I second.
Second by trustee, we have the clerk call the roll.
Trustee Pop,
Yes.
trustee Hodges,
Yes.
trustee Garcia, trustee Greer,
Yes.
trustee Richardson.
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook.
All right, motion passed, meeting is now closed to the public, thank you for your comment. So this morning, between myself and several other mayors in the Southland region, we met with Governor Prisco this morning in Olympia Field at the golf club over there. And, so we talked about some issues for the towns and for the areas. And so hopefully, once they get the budget and stuff intact, we anticipate some additional capital funds flowing down to the municipalities. And we're trying to get that local distributed fund automatically restored to 8%. They have reduced it down to 6% because the state had some holes in its budget, so they reduced it, took money from the town to shore up the state finances. But now that the state finances are looking better, then they're gonna give that 8% back to the village. Yeah, one time it was 10%, so eventually we're gonna try to get it back up to 10%. So, the other thing is, again, with the snow removal, as you can see now, the snow is gone pretty much. It's been raining and the weather's been nice and been warmer. We asked the people of the snow tip that when it snows, if you would let us plow the streets first, before you would shovel your driveways, if possible, let us plow the street first, and then you could shovel the driveway, because many people, have lots of complaints about I shoveled my snow, then the plow came along and dumped a foot of snow right in my driveway, and that has happened to me, so I had to shovel it out again. So if you will let us plow the streets first, and then you shovel the driveway, that will eliminate a lot of that confusion, so we would really appreciate that. And, if we could do that, I mean, that would be a big help to the village. So if I would go to clean the streets, we want all the abandoned cars taken off the street. If it's not operable, I mean, then it should be removed. And, so we can clean the streets curb to curb. If we can get there, then we have to clean the curb to curb. But that's conditional, I mean, based on that there are no cars on the street. If you look out here at 145th Street from Torrance, and back to Muskegon, the street is clean wall to wall, curb to curb, because there was no cars there, and we were able to clean it thoroughly. So with that being said, we were here, coming from Clerk Chavez.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I have nothing at this time, ma'am.
Thank you, Clerk Chavez. Public education.
Good
Trustee Greer.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Discussion of and consideration of and taking action to approve or not approve on the selling of the Police Department 2015 Ford sedan, VIN number 1FA HP2 MKH FG2 04038 in the amount of $7,000.
Are there any questions concerning that from the board? There are no questions for City Clerk.
I'd like to make a motion to approve on the selling of the Police Department 2015 Ford sedan, VIN number 1F AHP 2MK 8F G204038 in the amount of $7,000.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor by Trustee Greer to approve the selling of this vehicle from the Police Department 2015 Ford sedan. Can we have a second, please?
A second.
Second by Trustee Plato. Will the clerk take the roll?
Trustee Cap?
Yes?
Trustee Hodges?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Greer?
Yes,
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
Motion passed. Proceed, Trustee Greer.
thank you. Burnham's Fire and Medical Report. This is for the month of January 2022. There were a total of fire calls, there were 20, 11 during the day and 9 during the evening, night. Ambulance calls, a total of 58, day calls 33, night calls 25. COVID-19 is not your friend. It can rob you of your health. It can cause death of a family member. It can cause you to have a heart attack or a stroke. It can damage your heart. It can cause long-term effects on your body. It can cause your blood vessels to leak internally. It can cause problems with your liver or your kidney. It can cause respiratory problems. It can cause sleep disorders, fevers, fatigue, joint pain, chest pain, headaches. It can cause fever, chills, and coughs. COVID is not your friend. Most people recover from COVID-19, but the potentially long-lasting problems make it even more to reduce the spread of the virus by getting vaccinated. COVID-19 vaccine cannot make you sick. The COVID-19 vaccination works by teaching your immune system how to recognize and fight the virus. You should get vaccinated even if you've had the virus. Think about it. It is very important in the event of an emergency that the fire hydrants are visible and accessible. If you have a fire hydrant on your parkway or nearby, please help us by clearing the snow around the fire hydrant.
Yes.
Need a mammogram? No insurance, no transportation, no worries. Please contact the Health Advocacy Organization. It's called Sisters Working It Out. The number is 312-574-3053. Income tax time. The fastest way to get your refund is to complete an accurate tax return and file it electronically. Some returns take longer to process than others because A, it may be incomplete, B, it needs some corrections, C, it is affected by fraud, or D, it needs further review. So before you, after you complete your income tax, just go over it a couple of times to make sure everything is correct, and that you won't, and this, you know, if it's not, it's gonna cause a delay. Girl Scout cookie time. Please support your local Girl Scouts. The Illinois Secretary of State, Jesse White, is retiring at the end of his term. CETA is now offering the Low-Income Water Assistance Program. The program offers assistance with your water and wastewater bills. CETA's Community Outreach Service is a CETA partner intake site. It can assist you with your water bill application and also your gas and your light bills. For more information, you can call 708-331-8875. If you prefer, or you can prefer to wait until March 19th, 2022. Seasons will be at the community center from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We had our vaccination clinic on last Saturday, and each month that we've had, it's been a success. So if you know someone that is in need of help with their water, gas, or light, again, they can call Season, or they can come on March the 19th, 2022. Just want to remind you tonight, there is a program that is going to be it's called the Gala Pasca. It is an island that is located in the Pacific Ocean. It is considered one of the world's foremost destinations of wildlife. It should be very interesting. I'm not sure of the time that it will be on, but it's going to be very interesting, and it's going to be a learning experience for all of us. I would like to, this month it was Black History Month. So I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Gerald A. Lawson. Your kids may not know his name, but they should, because Mr. Lawson made it possible for people to play the video game from the comfort of their homes. Lawson, in the early 30s, in the early 70s, he moved to the Bay Area called Silicon Valley, where he was one of the only black engineers in the tech industry. Under Lawson's directions, he invented a console that allowed people to play a variety of games at home. Do you remember the Atari 2600? Do you remember the Nintendo, Xbox, and the PlayStation? These were all invented by a gentleman by the name of Gerald A. Lawson. Let us work together, people, to keep our village and family safe. If you see something, say something. You can dial 911 if a crime is in progress, or if someone's health, safety, or property is in immediate danger. Otherwise, you can dial 708-891-2122. That's non-emergency. And as you know, Burnham is one of the most, is among the most best villages in the Southland. There's hiring. The Six Flags is hiring for the summer. You can apply online. And also Budweiser is hiring, and you also can apply online for all positions. And I think that's about it.
Yeah, thank you, Trustee Bell, for your report and that information. Public Works and Building, Trustee Claybrook, so you have some Public Works and Building, so have you done any inspection or any building or spring, summer? And if you haven't, then we'll do that for the next week. The building themselves.
Good evening. Now that you said that, at the senior center, we have a little work to do over there. The basement downstairs, there was a busted pipe in the wall. So in the spring, we'll have to get the drywall fixed in there. And, the plumbing is fixed, but we have to get the drywall and everything fixed. And also, the door at the senior center, have to get that fixed, the steel door.
Gregor, maybe he could do that for free, you think? Oh, Lord.
He wants to. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, trustee Claybrook. Ordinance resolution planning, trustee Garcia.
Good evening.
Thank you, trustee Garcia. Finance, trustee Cap.
Good evening, I have nothing
Good
tonight.
Thank you, trustee Cap. Public utility, trustee Richardson.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I just wanted to acknowledge a few neighbors on my block, 144th and Bensley Avenue. That last snow we had, they were out with their snow blowers and they did the sidewalks on both sides, so. I know two of the gentlemen were Pete and Bill, and a couple more, but it's just good citizenship, when you help your neighbors. I woke up thinking I was gonna have to go out and shovel, and my fault was already done, so it was really a blessing.
He can bring us together, he can.
Yes, but that's.
And I agree with you, we have the same thing on our block, except they use shovels, snow blowers, okay?
Okay, thank you, trustee Richardson, for that report, very informative, and it also brought, some of the neighbors on my block as well. And, some of us kind of been at odds. Some of us kind of been at odds for a minute, but he also brought us together a little bit too as well. All right, thank you. Park and Recreation, trustee Hodges.
Good evening.
Good evening.
February 26th, this Saturday, we'll be having an open gym at 2 to 4 at Sanders Community Center, 600 Oglesby Avenue, Calumet City. It's for kids, and right now mostly we're doing basketball this week. Next time we'll see if we can open up some other sports. Right now we're doing basketball this Saturday from 2 to 4. If the kids can't make it this Saturday, we'll try to do another one next month. So come on out.
And when's it gonna be again? I don't think.
It's gonna be at Sandridge Community Center, 600 Oglesby Avenue, Calumet City. Something to keep the kids off the street, give something to do on Saturday afternoon.
And that's 1 to 4, right?
It's 2 to 4 now. It's 2 to 4.
Yeah. That's Cameron.
And trustee Greer, if she wants to make a nice cake and bring it, that'll be fine.
I'm gonna have some glass of water and have some Gatorades for the kids. We'll have that for the people, so I'm thirsty. We have to pray.
I will ask for trustee Garcia to come and stand down here. No. It has been customary that it was brought to my attention that I never gave you a badge. And I was not aware of that, so, it kind of slipped, past, so I apologize for that. So this badge is given to all the village officials, carrying out your duties. And sometimes, it can get you in a better parking place when you go to a public event or something. Not saying that you don't use it illegally.
Yeah,
Not
right.
use it illegally, but.
Speeding tickets, things like
But
that.
it's, so, I'd like to present it to you on behalf of the village of Burnham.
Yes.
Okay, and it has also been brought to my attention, a little birdie just told me that somebody's birthday is today, so, I believe that is happy birthday to Garcia, birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
And you're 18.
Are you ready?
I think she'd be happy with
Okay,
that.
so, is there any dedication of West Montrose, a memorial. Do we have anyone to finish, please? Is there any unfinished business? We don't have anything on the new business. And I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
The motion on the floor by trustee Claybrook to adjourn. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
It's second by trustee Campbell. Clerk, take the roll.
Trustee Cap?
Yes.
Trustee Hodges?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
Trustee Claybrook?
Yes.
Motion passed at 9 only now, should be dismissed.
Program.
Hey, Mayor?